With us now, Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio, chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. Mr. Chairman, good to see you.
Good to be with you. Congratulations.
Always. Thank you. Appreciate it. Glad to have you on the first 9 p.m. show.
Yeah.
As you think about what that exchange means, this idea now that Republicans are the government, you have to govern, not just tear things apart. When does that process start?
Well, first of all, remember, Elon Musk is every bit as much a federal employee as the people at, to use Treasury as an example, the idea that, he can't see certain,
this is a silly argument by the Democrats. I agree with you. I agree with you. It's a silly and stupid point of saying, what data can Elon Musk say? Authorized by the president, that's all you need.
Yes, right, because the Article 2, Section 1, very first sentence says executive power shall be vested in a president of the United States, not bureaucrats, not career people who are somehow smarter than you and I,
there's a different,
or the people who are elected. So I find that ridiculous argument.
I get it there. I'm all with you at that point. My question goes down to this other point. You literally have the Homeland Security Secretary complaining that you can't trust the government, and it is Republicans and Donald Trump who are the government. You control the House, the Senate, and the White House.
Well, once we dig into these agencies, find out what's been going on. I mean, this is something we did for 4 years, particularly the last two when we were in control of the House of Representatives, looking at the Justice Department and all the stupid things they were doing where they weaponized the Justice Department against we the people, the very people they're supposed to serve, whether it was the memorandum in the Richmond field office of the FBI that said if you're a pro-life Catholic, you're an extremist, or investigating moms and dads showing up at school board meetings, and on you could go. So once you get that out of it, and I know the people at Pam Bondi, she's doing that at Justice Department, and focusing back on the simple fundamental truth, equal treatment under the law, that's fine. So, yeah, we can do the same thing at Homeland Security. Noma would do the same thing at Homeland Security. But you're right, at some point then it's the government that we, the Republicans, are in charge of, and we got to make it work for the American people. And that's what we're all about. And part of making it work for the American people is right-sizing it and making sure it's not spending their money on stupid things like Elon Musk and his team are identifying for us.
And I know you're a fan of that. A few different ways to go here, but I think one of the things that's interesting here is how much President Trump is trying to mandate things by executive order, including today. Plastic straws are back. I didn't know that was an enumerated power. I didn't know that was a power given to the president in the Constitution. But you guys are doing and cheerleading all of the same things that you used to come on the program and I think rightfully say the president shouldn't be doing this. This should be left up to the states. It should be left up to local towns and cities to make these decisions. And yet when it's the president and it's your president, then you're just fine with it.
No, take the straws example. I criticized it when Nancy Pelosi said everyone on Capitol, we got these restaurants and things here on Capitol Hill in the public buildings and the office buildings, and they mandated paper straws. I was against it then. I'm all for plastic straws because you can't drink out of the crazy paper one. So I was against some of those stupid things back then, just like I'm for the changes he's making now.
Right, but I think you're missing my point here, which is that you have a situation where, again, it's the president, it's Nancy Pelosi, it was Joe Biden trying to mandate paper straws, and now you've got Donald Trump trying to mandate plastic straws.
It's just undoing what they did. I think that is fine. And we all know, every one of your viewers knows, it's much easier, better. Everything is better with plastic straws versus those crazy paper straws.
I'm hoarding candy corn because of red dye number, whatever it is. So I'm with you on this. I guess it comes back to this issue, and I think the question for Republicans is, it's one thing to tear things apart. It's another thing to start building them back.
Yeah.
And so far, still 3 weeks in, we haven't seen that happening.
No, I fundamentally disagree. Because I know at Justice Department, they are building back equal treatment under the law. They are trying to say no more will our Justice Department operate in a political fashion like we have seen it operate for the last 4 years under the Biden-Garland Justice Department. So that is not about any type of retribution or any type of tearing things down. That's about restoring the fundamental principle that's supposed to operate under our constitutional form of government, which is everybody. Everybody gets equal treatment under the law.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.